So we've been away for a little bit. We're gonna spend the next couple weeks re-uploading some of our older videos that are edited a little bit. Other than that, I do have a clutch update. The clutch that was in the car that we did back last summer has fallen apart. The pilot bearing went out on me, BBs went everywhere, and it ruined a couple components. So we're gonna go over some of these a little bit closer up and in depth. But first we're going to unbox a new one that ECS Tuning sent me as a warranty item. They were super awesome about it. They said, you know, what's going on? What can we do to fix it? And I'm very happy with the way everything went. ECS Tuning has always been very supportive of their parts, and they want to make sure their customers are happy. So we're gonna go and unbox a new one. I know that I didn't unbox the clutch when I first did it. We kind of just had it laying out. So we're gonna do a quick unboxing, and then I'll do another clutch update later on, just so that everybody knows what's going on. So I did end up buying a new pivot pin. They are brass. The OEM ones are plastic, which is another reason why I was a little bit confused about how this had gotten chewed up. I got a plastic pin that was sitting in there for years, was fine, and then I get a brass one and it eats itself alive. Obviously got a new clutch fork because I was worried about the wear that the old one had gotten in these two spots here and on each end. So now we're gonna just unbox the new one, and then we'll be putting it on off camera. If you want to check out the video where we put it on the first go around, the link will be up here in a card. So this is the new pilot bearing, and I drop it. That's nice. So now this new one's ruined. So the clutch in this kit is actually a BMW clutch. As far as I know, it's actually an M3 clutch. So there's the new throwout bearing. The one that was in the car didn't actually get damaged. It was fine, but there's the new one. And here's a new pressure plate. And the brand new clutch. So this is the pressure plate. You can see that this finger here is actually bent. We had a steel BB behind it. When it was on the car and we were diagnosing what was going on, we noticed that this finger was bent and the two next to it were bent. And once we pulled it off, we realized that this was stuck inside. So it was a pilot bearing that failed on us. The other thing that happened was this guy right here, the clutch fork. And you can see that this is worn down quite a bit. That's almost a 1/4 inch less than what it's supposed to be. You can see there's quite a bit of an indent there. It's worn on the other side as well. And then again on this side, it's worn quite a bit here in these two spots. I'm not sure necessarily what has caused this to get damaged, but I'm assuming it was something to do with the pilot bearing. I think that's where this all started, unfortunately. And then because we were fighting some of this, we actually have some burn marks where it wasn't touching evenly across it. We were getting weird pressures and stuff like that. And I think that was because of the BBs that were stuck in the fingers of the pressure plate. So you can see that from about here to here is scorched pretty good. And the rest of this looks relatively normal with little to no wear on it. The other thing we've noticed is you can see some nicks and scratches that are in the flywheel, which is kind of disconcerting because we don't know how much of the bearing actually got out and around. So, and then looking at the clutch, nothing really stands out. It doesn't look damaged at all. It looks pretty normal wear for what little mileage I have on it. At this point, this clutch system had about 1,000 miles on it when it failed on me. So this is the piece that failed on me. You can see the inner and the outer of the bearing. I got one sidewall here. There were just BBs everywhere. So I want to do a big shout out to Jacob Crabtree once again. He's always the guy I go through with ECS tuning. He's hooked me up with tons of stuff and helped me out with way more projects than he's ever gonna get credit for. This is gonna help me out a ton with this car, and I don't think I could have done it by myself, so I appreciate it.